Hello everyone, SinisterShaf here. Just a quick warning. Today's story is graphic and some viewers may find it disturbing, so viewer discretion is advised. For clarification, I am a female. I will provide links in the description for verification. Zombieland is off Route 224 in Hillsville, PA. It is the local legend hole where there are tales of haunted places, strange happenings, murders, meth heads, ghost trains, etc. There is the murder of a girl I mentioned in articles about Zombieland. A girl named Shannon Koss. She was 5 to 7 years younger than me, and we grew up on opposite sides and opposite ends of the block. She on Midlothian Boulevard, I on E. Judson Avenue. I knew her because she played with the younger kids on both sides of our block, and we sometimes all played hide and seek together, older and younger kids alike. After graduation, I was attending college at Youngstown State University. Pre-med, thinking of becoming a medical examiner. I got a job aged 18 at a now defunct livery service. A livery service rents limousines and hearses to funeral homes, and some, like the one I worked for, did body removals for some of the funeral homes. Being too young to drive the hearses and limos, I was exclusively removal crew. I had been working for the livery service for nearly a year when I got an unusual removal across my pager. A pickup at a coroner's office in Western Pennsylvania. The name sounded vaguely familiar, but I couldn't place it. It had been years since I had seen Shannon. My partner and I picked up the body in Pennsylvania and returned to Struthers, Ohio, and brought the body into Corilla's on our wheeled stretcher. The elevator was broken, so I had to climb down the ladder in the elevator shaft, and her body, still in the bag, was carefully handed down to me, and I carried her into the embalming room. The way a groom carries his bride across the threshold, I remember thinking to myself how small and fragile she felt. Part of my job was to remove clothing or body bags and place special blocks under the head and arms of the deceased in preparation for embalming. I was unzipping the bag when my partner and the funeral director joined me in the embalming room. I folded back the flap of the body bag and felt weak in the knees. I recognized her. The click was almost audible. When I realized who she was and how I knew her, I reeled and staggered back a few steps, and my boss/partner grabbed me to keep me from falling. After explaining my reaction, the three of us took a few minutes to compose ourselves and return to the task at hand. That day, I saw what those monsters did to that poor sweet girl. She still had dirt and leaves stuck to her body and legs. 3 young men in their early 20s saw 12-year-old Shannon at a local laundromat on South Avenue. They somehow got her to leave with the 3 of them. Once she was in the car, they took her to Zombieland, where the 3 men took turns abusing and brutalizing her. When they had had their fill, they stabbed her numerous times, mostly in the arms as she tried to protect herself. They slit her throat deeply and from ear to ear. They left her small body in the ditch/creek where she lay overnight. They returned the next day with a gas can poured gasoline over her and set her on fire. The gas burned off and the fire went out, doing little damage. The flames caused some minor skin peeling, similar to how you peel after a sunburn. The most severe damage done by the fire was to her right ear, which was burned black. It reminded me of the way a marshmallow looks after you catch it on fire. Those animals had abused, tortured, and murdered a girl that hadn't even hit puberty. I went home after that removal and cried for almost an hour, my head in my grandmother's lap. As awful as this story is, it isn't over yet. When the 3 men were arrested, their mugshots were all over the news. The first time I saw the mugshots, my knees went weak and I sat down hard on the floor. I knew those men. As it turned out, they were friends of my cousins. They had been at my cousin's home and I had hung out with them there. I had also partied with them several times in the year leading up to the kidnap and murder. The leader of the pack, Billy Monday, had dated my friend. I had declined an offer to go to a party with them in Zombieland about 6 weeks before Shannon's murder because my friend wasn't going, and she had broken up with him about 4 weeks before because he had become abusive. It chills me to the bone to think that what happened to Shannon might have happened to me had I gone alone with those creeps. They had been planning to kill someone for some time because they had wanted to know what it felt like. Their thrill kill hit too close for comfort. I'm 34 now, and it still chills me to think of how close I came to being in Shannon's place. Hello everyone, SinisterShaf here. I will link the articles attached to the story in the description box below. This story was Gruesome Murder of a Girl I Knew by Nebbles1069. Thank you for giving me permission to narrate your story. Subscribe if you have not done so already. Also, if you can, share this video with your friends. Thank you for watching, and, as always, stay sinister.